Hello, everyone. So, I wanted to give a little bit of an update on my Melbourne trip, but also how giving and receiving energy has been coming up so much for me. So, if you're just tuning in, I am currently in Melbourne, Florida, and I am here in part for a workshop that I just did on Sunday on body. I want to talk about giving and receiving energy. And as I've talked about before, I am all about healing out loud. I'm all about talking about my own journey because I feel like oftentimes as spiritual mentors, like we talk about specific areas that we have healed in. So, for example, like it could be that the person is a soulmate mentor. So they talk specifically about how their healing journey relates to soulmates. Or it could be that they are all about abundance and finance and all those things. And they only talk about those areas and like how their journey has been impacted through that lens. For me, because I deal with relationships overall, and relationships encompasses relationships externally, meaning with other people, family, friends, romantic relationships. I also deal with the relationships on the inside, meaning your relationship with yourself. And in dealing with the relationship with yourself, because I do both of these sides of things, I feel like it is so important for me as a mentor to talk about my own healing journey and how things are going for me on my path along the way. Because how would you ever trust me to know about your relationships that are going on internally and externally if you have no idea what's going on in my life and how I am going forward in my learning journey? Because yes, I mentor other people, but I am not perfect by any means. I have things that I'm working on just like you are. So, the thing that I have been working on recently is giving and receiving. And in telling you about this energy of giving and receiving, what we're really talking about on an energetic level is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the color pink and green. It is all about this energy of giving and receiving. So I'm going to take you through this story time and telling you all about how I have been learning about the energy of giving and receiving. I'm going to connect this directly to a trip that I'm on right now and how things have been working out when it comes to this trip. So the first thing I want to talk about is this receiving energy. And the reason why I want to talk about this receiving energy first is because that's the first thing that came in for me was the receiving, and then I gave energy out afterwards. So I want to honor my journey. And in honoring my journey, I want to talk a little bit about how the fact that over the past year, my life has changed dramatically. Going from living in Europe to living back in the States now, with living by myself for 4 years to now living with family, with having my pup around for almost 16 years to her passing, had dramatic changes in my life. And in having these dramatic changes, one of the things that is most important for me at my core is freedom, and in connection to that freedom, travel. And in this past year, I haven't been able to travel as much as I would like, which is more than most people. When I talk to most people, they're like, I don't know how you want to travel this much. I couldn't handle it. For me, it's a part of my being. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of my mission to travel as much as I do and want to travel as much as I do. And in this past, not even year, I would say past 7 to 8 months, I haven't been able to do the travel that I really wanted to. And it's been this deep desire and deep sadness that I haven't been able to. So with coming to Melbourne, obviously I'm on a trip right now, so yay me. Yay me living the thing that I want to. But on top of I'm always looking for the opportunity to travel more because it's a part of who I am. So when I arrived in Melbourne, there was a whole thing that happened. Maybe I'll talk about it another point in time when it comes to the actual like travel of getting here. But when I got to Melbourne, I got a taxi and I went to my car rental place, literally making it there 10 minutes before they closed. And in making it there 10 minutes before they closed, I was shocked with the manifestation that came through that I didn't even know I was trying to manifest, that I was trying to receive. When I got to the car rental, I was very happily surprised that they said, "Hey, you're here. What do you think about getting a free ticket to somewhere, a free trip?" And gave me a whole bunch of options of things that I could get by going to a simple meeting for 2 hours. Now, hint, hint, I'm sure by you hearing me say about this, yes, it was a timeshare meeting. And with doing this timeshare meeting, all I had to do was show up. All I had to do was show up and say, "I'm here. I'm going to listen. I'm going to be open for this experience." And at the end of it, out of the 2 hours, I ended up receiving a trip for 4 days, 3 nights for two people. So the thing that I have been desiring at my core, the thing that I have missed, the piece of my life that feels missing right now, which is travel. And even with me, like as as you've been following my journey, you've seen me travel to Roanoke, you see that I'm now in Melbourne, and still in me, it hasn't been enough to then have a free trip, free in the sense that accommodation and flight is included, come up. I was over the moon. I can't even explain to you how like amazing this sat within me that this manifested for me. And I was in so much joy that this had happened. And that's what it's like to have this energy of receiving. Now let's flip to the energy of giving. Like I said, when it comes to this trip to Melbourne, the purpose, the overall reason why I came on this trip was to do a 4-hour workshop at a spiritual center and talk about body mapping. And not only just talk about body mapping, but teach people the modality of body mapping because, yes, I know how to do it. I can do it for people. If you want a session, I can so totally do it for you. But at the same time, you have the power within you to do it yourself. And I would feel so much joy in having the opportunity to teach you how to do it yourself. So, in me booking this spiritual center, I was so hopeful of what would happen. I had visions of so many people coming, and the vision didn't go as planned. The vision did not go as planned. I had literally one person show up for the workshop, and that one person only booked to go to the workshop the day before. So, of course, I was in a place of sadness, of a little bit of regret, of being angry with my guides and asking them, "Why did you bring me here? What was the purpose of me coming here?" Especially for the fact, not even including that I'm here for 2 weeks, and they told me very specifically that I needed to come for 2 weeks, and this event was for one day. And I, I, I just was so upset with my guides. And what I didn't realize was the one person that came to this event needed me. Part of the reason why I came to Melbourne, part of the reason why I came to this place for as long as I have is because this person needed me. And I'm not just saying that just because it's some kind of ego. It's because those are the exact almost words that the person said to me. So, in booking this 4-hour time of this workshop and one person showing up, I was able to hold space for this person for 4 hours. We were able to transmute so much energy that had been holding them back. We were able to move their life forward in so many ways, so many ahas that they truly needed to have. And with that, because I knew I was coming to this space, because I wanted to make connections, I wanted to create a bond with the people that I came to this space for. I already went in knowing no matter how many people show up to this event, whether it be none or 10, however many it may be, I knew that I was going to give a gift to whoever came of a free 30-minute session with me because I wanted to make sure that I was going in with this giving energy, not realizing how much I was going to give because I didn't realize how much the other person needed to receive. So, in having this 4-hour time frame with this person, within the first 30 minutes, I told them how I planned to give them this 30-minute session and they were over the moon. And I told them that I was planning on giving a 30-minute session for either you to have a body mapping session with me or a soul contract mapping session with me. And I told them because we're already spending 4 hours together, it only makes sense that we actually do the soul contract work. And they almost started crying because literally the day before, they had been saying how they knew that they needed to release soul contracts. They knew that they needed to do that to be able to move their life forward. And then it was like I was the manifestation that they had been looking for. And it is so interesting, humbling, honoring that I was able to be the manifestation that someone else needed. So, all of that is to say, is when we go in with this giving and receiving energy. Like I said, along the way, I struggled. I struggled very, very hard with understanding that when I am receiving the energy, I'm open to the receiving. But when it comes to the giving, is not something that's contrived. It's something that happens that's open and free. It's our ego. That's the issue. It's our understanding of trying to control things, of saying, I'm going to give this and I want to receive this in return. I'm going to give my time. I want to receive money back. It's that compared to I'm going to receive a whole trip for two, not just one, for two. I'm going to receive a trip for two. And in receiving this, I'm going to give, which actually it ended up being more. I'm going to give 5.5 hours of my time, my energy, my gifts to this person who really, really needs it. Who, by the way, had I not physically come to this center, had I not physically come to Melbourne, there might not have been a way that we would have ever met because they are not on social media. They really don't use their phone. They are very much in their spiritual journey in the present in this one spiritual center that they go to. So, part of my mission in coming here was to find this specific person and help this specific person on their journey. So, I hope this story time has given you a little bit of insight into not only my journey when it comes to giving and receiving, which is all about our heart chakra, and you've loved hearing all about my journey in Melbourne and in general in life. I would love for you to continue to watch my videos here on YouTube. And also, if you are interested in learning more about your energy and understanding for you where you are at energetically, I invite you to take my free quiz to figure out where you're currently at with your energy. And in taking this quiz, I also give you an email sequence of journal prompts to help you release anything that needs to be released. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'm sending you so much love.